Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm Oshkosh welcome to the Royal Air Force Red Arrows. All yours.
Great. Good afternoon, Steve. Good afternoon, Oshkosh. It's an absolute privilege for us to be here displaying for the first time. My name is Squadron Leader Stu Roberts. I am the display supervisor and the commentator for the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows. I'm going to guide you through the display and give you some background information on the team, as well as the wider Royal Air Force. But most importantly, make sure you don't miss any of the show-stopping moments the team have worked so hard to work to produce for you today. As has already been mentioned, we've been in country for about a month now and to celebrate the 4th of July and the semi-quincentennial celebrations of the United States. I'm very pleased that I learned that word and I've been trying to use it as much as possible. As part of the enduring relationship between the United Kingdom and the United States of America, we've been pleased to represent the UK and also joined here today by the Consul General, who would like to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's wonderful to be in Oshkosh. I've driven up from Chicago to get some sights and sounds and smells of this wonderful air show. It is a great honour to, on behalf of the British government, to welcome the world famous and the best of the world aerobatics team, Royal Air Force Red Arrows.
Well, there we go. We've got something to live up to, ladies and gentlemen. The team are behind this crowd here. They're prepping the aircraft, making sure the smoke systems are ready to go, and making sure the jets are primed, ready for the display. The Royal Air Force is often called upon to be the United Kingdom's first responder. RAF aircraft and crews are on alert 24/7 to deter, defend, and if necessary, defeat threats to our sovereign airspace. The ability to rapidly generate global air and space power allows the RAF to support and protect our national interests as well as those of our partners and allies. Get yourselves ready for a world first at Oshkosh, arriving to Proud Rear at over 400 miles an hour in a demonstration of speed, precision and teamwork, representing the Royal Air Force and the very best of British. The 2026 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. The Red Arrows. As the team heads skyward, you'll see them change formation into 7 Arrow. As they continue upwards, they're going to apex and reach the top of the loop at over 6,000 feet, nearly a mile high, and getting their first opportunity to look back into the display site. Accelerating once again and beginning the twist to the right. Leading the formation is Wing Commander John Bond, known as Bondy, and also Boss. Bondy's in his final year with the team, having flown an impressive 8 display seasons with the Red Arrows, making him one of the most experienced display pilots we've had. Just 8 feet away on his right-hand side is Flight Lieutenant Rob Thomas. He's a former Eurofighter Typhoon pilot and has also taught overseas in Saudi Arabia, teaching on the Hawk T-165. As the aircraft arrive from the right-hand side, the aim of the first half of the show is to have all 7 aircraft move as one. The team pilots do this by listening to the commands of the team leader. Sitting off the boss's left wing is Flight Lieutenant Andy McEwen, Red 3. Andy's one of 2 members of the team who previously spent time on exchange with the United States military. He spent 3 years flying the AVIATION Harrier on exchange with the Marine Corps, and more recently operated the F-35B, flying from RAF Marham. The aircraft is slid backwards to form the shape of Concorde. As the aircraft heads skywards once again, there is a vertical for French 4 and 5 and slide backwards before we shake it. The T1 looks very similar to the T-45 Goshawk you may have seen, but it's an even earlier precursor. Some of our aircraft are approaching 40 years old. The flying controls have none of the modern support systems or computer-controlled assistance that you would expect in modern fighters. The loop and the twist you've seen and the changes in aerodynamic forces and G-loading will all be being felt and managed by the pilots, making the smooth formation position keeping even more impressive. Red 7 slid backwards now into our longest shape. He's approximately 180 feet away from the boss. Wherever they are in the formation, they're all taking their references from the team leader. From the left, with a splash of colour, this is Blackburn. Keep watching the aircraft as the shape changes and morphs into our widest shape for this year. Red 6 and 7 are moving right to the outside. That's approximately 270 feet across, setting up in Big 7. They're going to run in from the right-hand side to roll this formation. This is one of the most technically challenging parts of the formation. Displayed for the first half, keeping the wing as flat as possible as they run in. Those of you who've done any formation flying will know just how hard the boys on the outside are working to maintain that shape. The iconic smoke trails you see out the back of our aircraft are formed in the hot exhaust gases. Each aircraft holds 5 minutes of white and a minute each of red and blue. The 3 colours are all selectable by each aircraft and pilot individually. We have to choreograph carefully to make sure that there's enough smoke to go around and use all of it in each of the aircraft. The tailback for the colours being on is 3 lights on the dash, which don't stand up particularly well in bright sunshine, so the pilots are capable of having all 3 colours on at once. The aircraft are now decelerated, deployed the air brakes, slowing down towards 250 knots. They're running in from the left-hand side and going to perform coordinated rollbacks from the inside to the outside of the formation.
Oh, that's what that is.
Not only are they flying the rolls, they're also making those smoke colour changes at the same time. We start our training program in September each year and often bring in 2 new pilots to train up. The show routine is at the discretion of the team leader and can be changed each year. So we often start with new pilots and a new sequence every year. We train hard from September, flying 3 times a day, all the way through to the end of May when we start our UK season. The team are repositioning for my favourite part of the first half. Reds 4 and 5 are dropping towards the back of the formation, setting up to fly Tornado. Red 4 is squadron leader Chris McCann. He's in his 3rd year with the team and is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, but also flew the Hawk in the Oppressor role, helping to train frontline crews. Behind him is Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales. He's also in his 3rd year with the team and is a former Eurofighter Typhoon pilot, having flown it in the operational roles, as well as an instructor and a test pilot. Get your cameras ready for Tornado. The abort call lets the boss know that Reds 4 and 5 are rolling around. Red 4 and 5 have to have a huge amount of trust and coordination to make sure, as they can't see each other from the smoke, they catch a glimpse every now and again. While we're watching the show today, Royal Air Force assets and personnel are currently deployed across the globe on a number of exercises and active operations. We routinely deploy as part of NATO, protecting sovereign airspace from the Arctic all the way down through Eastern Europe. Whether supporting humanitarian response, maritime patrol, or striking deep within hostile territory, the RAF has a unique ability within the UK military to rapidly deliver precision effects across the globe. The team are going to reposition around out to our left-hand side, setting up to start the second half of the show, where we aim to demonstrate this flexibility and agility as the team breaks down into smaller sections with more dynamic manoeuvring and coordination. Ladies and gentlemen, just listening to the radio, there's going to be a slight delay. We've got an issue with one of the aircraft. I'm going to continue to monitor the radios and let you know what's going on. But in the meantime, there is just going to be a slight pause to our delay. I'm really sorry.
Oh my God.
There's copies of suspected who's missing from the aircraft. The fuel 60. Got 850 left. Okay, 6. For the bad lower hold. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you understand that safety has to be our first priority. We're just going to maintain the aircraft out into the airspace in a minute. You can see one of the aircraft peeling away. That's Red 6. He's had a minus out of the aircraft. He's going to go to what we term the bad smell hole. He's going to go and hang out crowd rear. We'll let the team leader decide on his plan and then hopefully pick up a show into the second half.
62 having to land anyway, so he's going to go to the bad smell hole. He's got no other symptoms. We are going to continue with the 6 out second half. That's the copy channel up.
Since we don't allow people to change the routes, we have the ability to fly any of the shows with one aircraft, up to one aircraft missing. Otherwise, it becomes too complicated. We call this a loser pot. So if anybody has a technical snag or has to stop flying for some reason, we can continue the show. So we should continue the position up to the front here, make a decision where he wants to pick it up from. I think we're going to start from the second half. Unfortunately, it's going to be 6 out, who is the opposing solo lead. We will see some elements of not to its full potential. This is where the 6 months of training really comes in. We work these plans out, and not only are the smokes now changing, the communication has to change, and responses and acknowledgements, as well as the formation positions, change to try to maintain the shapes as symmetrically as possible. Looks like they picked it up again now. They're running in from the left-hand side to start the second half of the show.
Yeah,
We're going to start the second half lap. It's been 1.5 laps.
There's more things on that page than there is. It's still on the other one.
Genuinely, where is the jet?
No problem.
so they would go Teddy.
So the 6 aircraft are running in from the left. They're going to split in front for the 3-4 split.
You're right.
Holding that back.
As the aircraft separate, out to our left-hand side, red 1, 2, and 3. Out to the right, reds 4, 5, and 7. Now currently led by red 7. As they continue around the circle, this is going to be the first of many, first head-to-head pass you're going to see. This is now through matched flying. We don't use GPS timing or positioning for this. This is through matched flying and visual judged. They're looking to cross at show centre with a 100-foot miss distance. Keep watching the 3 aircraft. They're setting up the flying twister. Red 3 is dropping off the back with Flight Lieutenant Rob Thomas. He's dropping into trail on the boss and Red 2, and he's going to fly tightly wrapped barrel rolls around the smoke of the aircraft in front. He's rolling tightly around the smoke using all of the airtime performance of the horn, as well as changing those colours as he continues to do so. And he brings the roll. Look out to the front for the nose lights of red 4, 5, and 7. They're setting up for the spectacular start for Hannah Break.
Split.
is Red 7 being chased down by Red 5. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant Ollie Suckling. He's a former Tornado GR4 pilot and has also been a fast jet instructor. He's the biggest plane enthusiast of the whole team and is absolutely delighted to be displaying at Oshkosh. As he comes round on the perch with the smoke on, he's looking for those geographical reference points on the ground to set up for his pass. He's descending to 100 feet. And this is where he would normally be approaching with Red 6 from the other side. He's going to run down the line 100 feet for the hamper pass. As he hits the end of the line, he's pulling hard, pulling 6G in the left-hand turn, setting up to fly back towards show centre. The Hawk was originally designed as a training aircraft and has fantastic handling properties. The aircraft really talks to you, and we use those features and performance characteristics to our benefit. Certainly for the synchro pilots, they're using the buffet handling characteristics to max perform the aircraft to match their flying. Out to the right-hand side now, you'll see the smoke as Reds 1, 2, 3, and 5 reappear from the right-hand side. They're flying in line of stern with stacked formation. As I said before, wherever they are in the formation, they're all taking their referencing from the team leader. Reds 2 and 3 are sandwiched between 1 and 5, with Red 5 looking all the way through to take his references from the boss. Any movement in that line of stern position can be hugely disconcerting, so taking trust and confidence from their training is vital. There's no respite for the team as they move forward into a line of breast formation called Tango. The pilots looking down their shoulder line to maintain that straight line with their referencing from the boss. As the jets depart, unfortunately this is where we would have a Red 6 and 7 setting up to present another manoeuvre in front of you. There's going to be a slight delay while they reposition around to the left-hand side. We've been delighted to be invited over here to help to celebrate the 4th of July. We had the privilege of flying over Fort McHenry in Baltimore, as well as flying up the Hudson River at the trail end of the flypast on the 4th of July, which was a phenomenal experience for everybody involved. To bring the jets over here is no mean feat. We have to hop the aircraft. We can fly about 750 miles as a maximum range. The boss is working hard here to keep this as tight as possible. They're setting in from the left-hand side now to position for the vertical break. Once again, twisting that quarter clover towards us, maintaining that flat wing structure and formation shape. Apexing over a mile high. Get ready for the birth rate. as the 5 aircraft in front of us get back together. Look out to the right-hand side. You're getting a bonus solo Hawk demo without Red 6 here. This is Red 7 coming down the line to fly 7-1. Bringing 11 aircraft across the Atlantic is no mean feat. Couldn't be done without support of the wider Royal Air Force. As I said already, we had to transit the aircraft from our home base in Waddington in Lincolnshire to the north of Scotland, then up to Iceland. We then moved the aircraft across to Greenland. We landed in Sonderstrom, and then we went into northern Canada, down into southern Canada before finally making it into the US. We transited across with 2 A400 and transport aircraft, a P-8 Poseidon, and a Falcon 900 for Overwatch. Red 7's repositioned now. He's accelerating up towards 460 miles an hour from the left-hand side to intercept the rest of the formation to fly the Goose. As the team set up for the final part of the demonstration today, it's important to remember that the 7 aircraft and pilots you've seen today are just the tip of the iceberg that's required to deliver this show. Bolstering our 7 display pilots this year, we have Reds 8 and 9. Red 8's Flight Lieutenant Matt Brighty and Red 9 is Flight Lieutenant Christine. They're not flying in the display today, but are vital for our 9 ship flight pass and facilitating our other display activity. They'll be joining the aerobatic display in 2027.
Copies. We've got the pod team on standby for 1 to 4 minutes per pod. Copy that.
We couldn't fly any of our display without the hard work and professionalism of our ground support elements, known as the Blues, who you may have seen walking around the display site. With roles ranging from engineering, survival equipment and operations support to armourers, administrators and photographers, they're critical for every display we fly. None of the aircraft in the RAF would get airborne without a similarly dedicated team of people. Please do come down and say hi to any of the individuals on the team in blue jumpsuits. They're the circus elements and the support crew. And then if you meet any of the pilots walking around, please do come and say hi. We've got a tent just by Boeing Plaza. The aircraft are running into the cloud front to set up for Cascade, which will be our final element of the show. Having been seen since 1997, we've worked hard to bring this distinctive addition to the show back, and hope you agree it provides an awesome spectacle to finish the display. The team are going to loop on the crowd front in front of us and then depart over our heads. On behalf of the Red Arrows and the Royal Air Force, I'd like to thank you for coming out to watch the show today for the fantastic welcome we've had across the United States and especially here at Oshkosh. As the team accelerates down towards us, please put your hands together and make some noise for the 2026 Red Arrows.
What am I saying? Wisconsin National Guard. Oh, the description is whoop, whoop, spoon, and zoom. Nope, that's all it says. The description is just whoop, whoop, spoon, and zoom. My bad. Zooms, then moves. Top side.
Well, Stuart Roberts, thank you so very much for narrating us through the debut performance, RAF Red Arrows here at EAA AirVenture Oshkosh 2026. Let's hear it for our narrator as well today. Oh, now don't go away just yet, because the Wisconsin National Guard is on their way in, and they have a little demonstration that they will put on for us as well. And also, tonight we have a couple of other things going on, including
do me a favor, continue sweeping all the way down.
We cannot leave gasoline and dynamite unattended overnight.
We might as well use it.
Yeah, we gotta use it or lose it.
Papa, use Papa 1, is what you're saying? Yes,
So if there's
continue all the way
any
down Papa to
debt
Papa
ports
1
and
and go to the runway,
gasoline,
just sweep
diesel
back, and they're
fuel,
going to taxi back.
and nitroglycerin and nitrous oxide.
Papa 2,
Okay, high and
Airport 2,
turn left.
roger. Thank you.
Turn of your team.
Yes, sir, you can push in. Argo, you can push into it. You can actually push into a 2 mile if you want. They all just broke the lane and they're in the downwind. Argo is inbound. Badger flight will be pushing for a 2320 QC. Badger flight, roger. Thank you. And Red Arrows, right turn at Papa 5, right turn at Papa 5, right turn on Papa, and taxi back via Papa. Papa 5 on Papa 5. And Airport 2, in just a second, we're going to have you cross the runway and sweep back to where the Red Arrows parked, please. But I'm going to let them get past you and land first. Airport 2, airboss, you copy? Airport 2, go ahead. I'm sorry I missed that. Okay, so after the Red Arrows, let's see here. Okay, they're passing the approach in now, so please sweep back to where they park. So cross the runway and sweep the taxiway back to where they park, please. Airport 2, roger that. Sweeping the approach on the 18 to parking. Thank you.